Gotta manage.
What's OnlyFans? I sit under my bed, but I got a room with a lot of toys. I got a little blue box. In that blue box,
You heard it here first. So why spend mine when I can spend yours?
Full speed, so volley Perrier.
Hello and welcome to Hair Queen TV. My name is Saika, and today we have the pleasure of sitting with none other than Rashard, owner of RVM Salons. So thank you so much for coming. We're so excited to have you.
we gotta throw it all out there.
You know what I'm saying?
RVM cuts, RVM twists, RVM overflow, RVM everything you need.
Yeah, see that's how you know he got everything.
Yeah, you know.
Everything.
Rashard, RVM, Rashard Marshell. You know, everybody like, oh, where did the RVM come from? Just my initials. We're right here on Wilshire. We have the RVM cuts, the barbershop. You know, fresh everything, lines, tapers, whatever you need, RVM cuts. We got some of the hottest barbers in town. RVM salons. I mean, everyone know about RVM salons. If you live in LA, you know about RVM salons. We have RVM twist, RVM overflow. RVM overflow is pretty much like a twist to like the salon. It's where like my out of town stylists might come. A lot of people do set work. And the salons and the twists and the cuts have so many stylists that's here every day, day to day. So I kind of opened that up to kind of have like the overflow. Like,
Right.
you know, what the name say.
Yeah,
To just
yeah.
kind of keep everybody, you know, overflowing.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay, so really quick though, just to get a little bit, you said RVM is your initials, but what's the V? What's the middle name?
Oh,
you
man, I
just
don't never
skipped
tell you
over that, like
it's Vincent.
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 Okay.
That's
Vincent.
what I said, no.
Okay. Rashard
You know.
Vincent Marcel.
Rashard Vincent Marshall, you know, it's got a little French.
Sound
You know,
little
when I get to
French.
the table, you know, they're like, oh, you know French, yeah. But I pull up, they like, what you mix with? I'm like, French.
She like, I'm Creole. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know.
Yes.
But yeah, that's RVM. They're like, what is RVM? It's my initials, you know?
Okay.
But it's crazy because my first hair salon years ago was Rashard Vincent Marshall Hair Salon on a
Okay.
building. So like the whole wall was just covered. And then I'm like, yo, then I opened another one.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I wrote it again. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
And I wrote it again on my third location. And then I'm like, so then when I came over here on
Yeah.
Wilshire, I was like, yo, just throw my initials up there. And it was like RVM.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo, that's the new name.
Yeah. Because I'm like, I can only imagine the bill to have to pay for that billboard each time.
Each
Good
time.
Lord.
We got the check.
Yeah. Well, really quickly though, actually, because you said when you opened your first salon,
Yeah.
if we can actually backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
What got you interested in hair to begin with? Like, what were those early seeds?
Well, it's funny because my mom actually did hair growing up.
Okay.
So I grew up in the shop. Like, I'm talking like old school salons where 30 women in the shop getting like pressing curls and
Yeah.
like freezes and stuff. But I was that kid, I would be in the salon all the time. But I'd be like, yo, I'm ready to go. It's time to go. Can I
Yeah.
get some money for the arcade? You know, everybody used to have little arcades.
Yeah.
My mom probably spent like $30 a day in quarters on arcade. But $30 back in the 90s, that was like giving your kid $120 a day to play arcade games.
Yeah.
But you know, she was making so much money that it was okay. So as I started to get older and I started getting into different industries, like, you know, I did customer service. They're like, oh my God, you're so nice.
Yeah.
Like, I worked in hospitality. Like, oh my God, you're always just willing to do it. Like, yeah, that's like, I did that before working for other companies.
Right.
So then I started thinking like, yo, like, I remember my mom used to always come home and just empty out her purse, stacks, back in the 90s.
Always.
So I'm like, yo, she makes so much money.
Yeah.
Like, I could do that, but just from a different aspect of it. I want to do the hair, and then I want to evolve from doing the hair and just pretty much like own the businesses. And then my goal was pretty much, you know, we'll probably get into that later though.
Yeah.
But, you know, I thought when I turned like 50, like when I turn 50, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna open up my first salon, and I'm just gonna just do that.
Yeah.
And then it just happened.
That's
Like,
dope.
I
So
hit,
you
like,
already saw the business.
yeah, I seen the business side already.
Yeah.
And then I feel like any business that you do, if like you make or break what it is. When people look at me, they're like, oh, he's cool. He's down to earth. He's pleasant. He's you know, if there's a situation, nobody's gonna be happy. If there's
Right.
a situation, he's gonna figure out a solution for me. So when people see those elements in me, they want to support my business because they
Right.
know that what I bring to the business. Because like right now, you can go to what's your favorite steakhouse right now?
Well, I actually don't eat meat anymore.
Okay, okay, look. Well, some people love Ruth Chris, some people
Yeah.
love Maestros, and then
Yeah.
Mastros. I'm sorry, and then there's people out here that don't like them at all.
Right.
And these is companies, you know, that's making, you know, bank a year.
Buku money.
So I learned it's not who's going to like you. You need to learn and find your client. You need to learn and find who your clientele is. You know, everyone's not your client. Everybody's not your person. Once you get a basics of who's for you and you get your lane, keep driving in it and keep moving.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I think everybody, you know, they start getting in different lanes and trying to see what's going on and all that. But once you really get your focus, whatever, I'm probably getting out. Whatever.
No, that's good. No, we love that. Yeah, no, I love it.
We're going back to, well, maybe get inside the business. I just was like, yo, I like to make people feel good.
Yeah.
Like when I see my stylist, like I'm like, yo, go comb your hair. Go put some makeup on. Go do your lashes.
Yeah.
The barbers, go get a fresh cut. Go get a taper. Like, you know, like I like people to look good. I like people to feel good. So for me, it was easy. You come in, you know, your kids get on your nerve, your job get on your nerves. I give you a new hairstyle. Boom. You look good.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can change the way people look and I can make, you know, I change people's
like the whole
everything,
aura. Yeah,
the whole package. So, you know, so it's like a package deal. And everybody don't hold those kind of qualities, you know. So when I do bring people in, everyone's not going to have the same quality as me, you know.
Right.
So, you know, everyone's one of a kind, but I'm trying to instill these same characteristics into people that's coming on board. Like, you can look good. If you look good, you feel good, you can get an energy to your client.
Right.
Your clients can give that to their friends or their family. They're going to all bring that back to you, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and I tell a lot of people, a lot of my money that I make or a lot of things that are brought to me is just by being a good person or just by, you know, just by giving good energy.
Yeah.
I make money by being cool.
That's true. Yeah.
I make money just by being cool sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes they do get to a point where it's like, oh man, he's such a, but it's still business.
Yeah.
Whatever, we get to your questions.
No, that's good because at the end of the day, people, like the quote says, people might not always remember what you say, but they remember how you make them feel.
Come on.
So at the end of the day, you know, people just want to be around good energy, good people. So sometimes they might just want to come
people
back
ran
in.
with that. Good energy, positive.
Yeah.
Like people ran with it. Like, you know, it turned to like, oh my God, your energy's off. Like, I put your energy. You
Your
know what I mean?
aura.
Your aura's off. There's something wrong here. I gotta go. Like, oh, you know, but I just feel like in the day, it's who you are and what you're projecting out.
Right. So did you actually, I know you started the business, you knew the business side from growing up, but did you actually start doing hair as well? Or?
So this is what I did. So literally I was working in the hotels, working in customer service, working everywhere. And so I called my cousin one night at like 5 o'clock in the morning. No, I'm lying. I called her like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, in the morning we getting up, we going to hair school. She like, what? Stop playing on my phone. Hung up on me. Come back. She like, what? I'm like, nah, we really gonna go.
Yeah.
Called her in the morning about 5, 6. I'm like, yo, get dressed. We about to go to hair school. We're gonna check in. And she was just like, nah, you playing. I went and checked in. So I did my little 8-10 months of hair school, graduated, got my license, and I just started working at my home. So I started just knocking out so many clients that I had to come into the salon.
Right.
So after I had so many clients that I was doing inside of my home and I went to the salon, it got so busy, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to open my own location. So once I did that, it just started, just kept growing and kept growing, just kept growing.
Right.
But yeah, it was crazy. Like literally one day I'm working customer service. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, I called my cousin. It was the cousin I used to party with and turn up with.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, in the morning we're going to hair school. We got to get this money.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, you playing, stop playing. And then next morning, I went down there.
That's dope.
Can I get my financial aid?
You know what I mean? That fun.
Yeah.
So then how was that transition though, going from being independent, working in the shops, things like that, to working for yourself? And, you know, like what made you kind of have that courage to just take that plunge? Like, oh, I'm going to make my own business, my own thing.
Well, it's actually harder. What people don't realize, the owner is harder. Like, you have to deal with the client. You have to deal with the stylist. You have to deal with the good and the bad that comes from the client and the stylist. You have to deal with, like, anything is always your problem because your name was on the building. Like, you know? So with me, it's just getting good people that can get the job done, that you have less complaints, I guess. But like I said, going back to what I said earlier, you can go to the best steakhouse right now and somebody doesn't have a problem with it. So no matter how good my stylists are, no matter how good our customer service is, someone's everywhere going to always be not satisfied. So it's hard. People think this job is easy. But then I make it look easy. Like, I walk around, what's up, how y'all doing? Okay, you need anything? I got you.
Yeah.
But it's all day long. It's nonstop. My phone is constantly ringing all the time. You seen today. I was sitting here, my phone was ringing every second.
Constantly.
But so it was just like, at the end of the day, I have to say, okay, today's done. Tomorrow's a new day. Let me start fresh. People don't realize the art of starting fresh to tomorrow. No matter what happens today, I never take that to tomorrow. And I think that's what kept me grounded and keep me to go to another day. And I don't hold grudges either. Like, there's nothing you can say to me today or hurtful that I'll be like, oh, tomorrow I don't like her. It's a problem. I'm either going to fire you, I'm going to not do the client's hair anymore, or I'm going to find another resource or another way to make it happen, I think people just hold on things and they keep going.
I love that though. No, that's good advice. But actually that touches on kind of my next question. even though you kind of answered it, but do you have any other advice for anybody that maybe wants to open up their own business? Anything, just because I know there's a lot that goes behind closed doors. Just open.
Oh, it's too much. Like people have no idea half the things that even go through. Anybody that wants to open up their own business, I would say do your research and know what you're getting inside.
Right.
Like know what's going to be the daily activities of being a boss.
Right.
Being a boss is not just put like this. Pandemic just happened. 8 months.
That part.
I'm probably spending $60,000 to $80,000 a month just on bills with no money coming in. So
that's crazy.
If you at home and you want to be a boss, one day you might gotta spend $80,000 or $100,000 a month out of your pocket. No resources, no loans, no nothing. Just going to the bank. I'm cashing out 80, 100, 60 over here, 20 over here, 50 over here, 5 over here, 2 over here. You pay $20,000 2 times. That's $40,000. You know what I mean? But anyway, at the end of the day, if you want to be a boss, you have to be willing to take all the boss roles. And that is sometimes you might have financial hardships. I said all that about the pandemic to say it might be a financial hardship. So yeah, it might not be no money coming in like the pandemic. I still got to figure it out. I'm not gonna close my business. You might have to. Somebody might not come to work. Now you have to do the job.
Right.
Everybody quit tomorrow. I gotta go find new people. So right now, people say, "Oh my God, you always have stylists. You always have barbers. You always have like a good flow of people. How do you have some people working for you?" Because I'm always hiring. Like you know. So it's just the fact that at the end of the day, if nobody comes to do the job, I'm still gonna make it happen.
Right.
You know? So if you want to be a boss, you have to have the boss quality. You have to know when to shut up. You got to know when to talk.
Yeah.
You got to know when to take an L.
Yeah.
A client might come, you might lose $500, you might lose $1,000, you might lose $1, you might lose $2. You got to know, okay, I lost that, but in the long run, the client's story is going to be different. Right. I'd rather a client leave out of here and be like, yeah, I had an experience, it didn't go right. Man, the girl was this, that, but the owner, you know, he gave me this, or he took care of this, or he accommodated me here, blah, 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 blah. Because at the end of the day, that story is better than I went over there and hated the place, this happened, and what happened? The owner this, you know? I like stories to end with a, yeah, it is what it is.
Right.
Versus, yeah, I can't wait to see them. Like, you know? But my advice to anybody is, it's a job. Yeah. It's a job.
Well, like you said, like they say, you got to pay the cost to be the boss, and that ain't out there for no reason.
Location, baby.
That part too. So I know you actually touched on it too, but with COVID, obviously that was something that kind of hit us out the blue. Nobody was expecting that. How did you adjust, like when that first hit? Like how did it kind of impact you? And how did you adjust to that compared, like from when it first started compared to now? Like how are you kind of navigating that?
I don't feel like nobody really adjusts to it. Like, you know, it was like, yo, go home, lock your doors, don't worry about nothing. Like, okay, put it like this. To answer your question, I'm gonna give you I'm very big on just painting the picture. In America, we're told to work hard as you can until you get to a certain age, you get your retirement, you go chill, and then you're done. So the new generation, the millennials, our generations, we want to work 20 times harder. We don't want to just go work for a company for 50 years and retire. We want to get our own money. We're all entrepreneurs. Everybody work for me. We're an entrepreneur. They're self-contract. They're their own boss in their own form. So if we work 24/7, 7 days a week to survive, and we're working to afford the apartments, the houses, the cars, the jewelry, the bags, everything that we look for in our day, then one day you say, okay, everybody just stop. Right. You can no longer do what we have raised you to do, because America raised you to do these things, and if they send you home, it's like, how can you adjust to that? Right. So yeah, I was at home, I was going crazy. I was cleaning out the garage. Man, I was outside. All my neighbors is looking at me. I bought weed blowers. I'm outside blowing the weeds outside. Man, I got my pool redone. I got waterfalls. So it's just like, I was at the house finding things to do to kind of like make up for the time of not being a boss. So the day I'm a boss, I like to keep getting stuff. Like, you know, it's not just a salon. I work on so many other projects outside. Right. And when you can't work on your projects, it's like you kind of lose yourself. Right. So I think everybody kind of lost a piece of their self at the beginning. Because we were lost. It's like if you go outside every day at 2 o'clock and then now outside's closed. Well, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I think everybody had to find new ways to reinvent themselves and come back a little harder or try to be a better person. Right. So yeah, so I never like really adjust. And then the second time it was kind of cool because when we came back to work for like that week, I'm like, oh, we back. Yeah. Then we close again. I'm like, oh, we got to close. Because I thought about it. I'm like, yo, you're going to be working hard like this for the rest of your life. You need to just go ahead and just chill. and go eat, go get some bags, like, you know, just chill. So at the end of the day, I feel like COVID messed up a lot of people, and it made you really realize what's important in life. Yeah. Because you probably kicking people right now that you didn't kick it with on over there. Like, instead of me going out, okay, when on a normal day I'm on Instagram, I'm posting, I'm doing this, I'm talking to people, I'm hanging out, I'm just doing these other things. When that stopped,
right,
I'm okay. Now I'm working on my credit. Now I'm like finding new ways, new things to invest in. A lot of people got into the stock market. A lot of people cut a lot of people off that wasn't around. So now we finding new ways to build new avenues for ourselves now. Like, you know?
Yeah, like self-development.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's dope, though. I love that because you're being productive with your time. Because
Yeah.
you can either just sit there and, let the time pass, or you can really make something out of it and, grow.
At the end of the day, it shows, too. Yeah. Like, when it's time to go back to work, it shows who was working.
Yeah.
It shows who was hustling and doing. A lot of businesses closed.
Yeah.
I feel like your business should not have closed in 2-3 months. At the end of the day, you could... I just would have had a bill. I just had a big bill waiting on me. We'd have been struggling paying them bills off. You know what I mean? But I don't think business should have I feel like businesses that closed that first wave, you were already going down. You were already behind.
Right.
It wasn't, we closed for a month and I got to close my business now. You was already falling, Yeah. But that's a different story. I don't want to get into.
But that's a good point. Yeah. But actually, I kind of want to go back and touch on some other things too, because you do own the 4 different shops. Yeah. And, I saw them. They're all super dope. They all have their own themes and things like that. They all cater to different audiences. Because they're different in their own ways, does it make it hard to manage at all because they're so different? Or do you kind of feel like they all just...
No, at the end of the day, it's people. It's not what you do, it's dealing with people. Once you learn how to deal with people, it makes your job easier.
Right. Because
it doesn't matter what we're doing for the day. If you know how to do your job, what's the problem?
Right.
So it's not hard to manage at all. But like I said, I kind of mastered the craft of what's up, it's a new day, let's get it going. Yeah. But that doesn't hurt. A lot of people say, it's so many. How do you how do you have this? They don't clash. How do you make money?
Yeah.
No, they don't clash because they all do something different. Okay. Like you said, they all cater to different people.
Right.
And the way I have them set up, it's like you're not in the same place. Right. It's like not walking to 6 six
Walmarts.
Yeah, 6 Walmarts. So wow. You know what I mean? Like this is a waste. Yeah. Like you go in a salon, you're like, okay. Then you go to barbershop, like, okay. You see it again.
I saw it.
It's actually not nothing is the same nowhere. And it's all different personalities. Every shop has its own vibe. If they weren't literally across the street from each other, you wouldn't know that they were the same place.
Yeah.
Nothing is the same.
Literally. If it didn't say RVM at the top, you would just think they were different names. Yeah. Different businesses, for real. Go. But then with that too, it could be, maybe not, but as you opened up each business, do you feel like you progressed or learned something that you implemented into the next shop? Or was it like a copy paste, I got the blueprint, I got this? And
everything is different because for this one might have the AC unit and this one don't. So now you got to spend $20,000 over here.
Right.
This one has the electrical done, but you don't need this much electrical here because you need more bowls here. So now you got to put in bowls and not the electrical. So everything, there is no problem. People come all the time, how much I need to open up a shop just like yours? I don't know because you might need to spend $200,000 on the building you're going inside, or the building might be already done and you only need to spend $20,000.
Right.
The furniture can cost $100,000. I don't know what you want to do. So there is no way. Somebody can right now. Anybody can open up a shop with. Anybody open up a shop right now, 5,000, 10. You can open up a shop.
Yeah.
Is your power gonna be enough power? Is the furniture gonna be raggedy? Is it gonna be in a good area? It's more that goes into it, just a shop. So there is no blueprint. The only blueprint is that you can have the one that's still in you, and that's consistency, hard work, and dedication to get the job done.
Yeah.
That's a real blueprint. And anybody tell you they got a blueprint for it, they're lying. You can't have a perfect blueprint because we can have a blueprint right here today. We'll come in this building, same thing, and then the plumbing is messed up. So the whole blueprint is off because now we got to do new plumbing.
Right.
Plumbing might be $20,000. Was that in the blueprint? No, so I'm gonna skip it out. Right. So that's what I said. That's why it go to a whole different. And I'm gonna start doing. I'm about to write a book and do a docu-series or anything like that to get people the real blueprints, like I just said.
Yeah.
And that comes from the consistency, the dedication, having the right team with you, going in, scoping the building, having your plan already done of what you want to see versus what's there, and not just saying, this is just what we do and go ahead. This isn't a McDonald's where in McDonald's, yes, a blueprint McDonald's. You need a cabinet, you need a chair, you need that. That's the exact same thing. If I had the blueprint, everything would look exactly the same. So there is not a blueprint to what I'm doing. I built the salons to cater to the audience that I'm going to at this particular time.
Right. And with that, I'm sure they're your babies, and it's always hard to pick. Yeah. But Do you have a favorite?
I came back. I know your question.
Okay,
there is no favorite stylist. There is no favorite shop. Yeah. There is no favorite. No, I don't believe in favorites. I love everybody equally, and I'm so proud and I'm so happy to have everyone on my team. Like I said, I know people won't be with me for 20 years or 30 years. People come and go. People are like, oh my God, somebody's leaving. Or, oh my God, somebody's getting their own shop, or somebody's getting a suite. Or so I'm like, okay, like that's the game. Like, you know, like you think every time somebody that works at Target or Walmart about to want to go to fashion school, Target, the owner of Target's like, oh my God, you want to have clothes now? Like, you know, so it's just like, like that just means I need to fill their seat and get somebody else that's going to do the job. And just charge the new person coming in more money than they was paying. So when people leave, the new people coming in, I'm charging them more. Okay. So it's like, it's a win-win. Right. And the new person I'm coming, I'm trying to get somebody that now is fresh and new, so now they're not going to be complaining or not that. So then the day it's like, oh yeah, you're leaving, and the new person coming in, I'm going to make more money, come and charge them more. Right. So it's like, So it's like, it's little stuff behind the scenes that people don't know. Right. I'm like, oh yeah, that's so sad they're leaving. But deep down, they probably wasn't able to pay their rent no way. Or they giving me problems, or they complain, or they do little stuff I don't like anyway. Right. Or they so settled in and they don't want to wear black every day. So I get somebody new and I got to talk to. Makes my job easier. Right. People don't see that side though. They just see, they see like, oh my God. Yeah. Who cares? I make extra $100 a week just because they're leaving. True. Like, come on, I make extra $400 now a month just because. Oh, now I'm getting a new person now. I just, you know, they're gonna pay the new person's gonna pay my car note this month because the old person is leaving. Like, so whatever. That's the difference. That's the different thing too. True. It's knowing when to let people go too, because. And I know you got all these questions. I know we go time. I won't ever, but like I'm really gonna hit you. Like, so at the end of the day, people don't. Like, it's like different things, like to be a boss. Right. You can have somebody that do hair bomb. I'm just going to use hair. Somebody that do hair bomb. The best hairstylist that you can find, because nobody's going to ever be the best. Nobody. If you're watching, you're not the best hairstylist. There's somebody that can be better than you in some state. There's not the best barber. I don't have the best barber. That shop. Nobody in the shop. Everybody has something different. The best barber can cut my hair right now, and I'm probably going to find something wrong. So the best hair, whatever. We're not getting to that. You can have the best stylist at that time in your mind that does great work, that has got comfortable, got settled, and that person starts to be a problem because when you start to get comfortable, they start doing other little things behind the scenes. Right. So sometimes if somebody is great at what they do in a business, it's okay for them to go because you want to still be the boss and have your own. Like, you know what I mean? Right. Because people get comfortable, they start, oh, I'm this, that. When the new people coming in, oh, well, I've been here for this long, and y'all, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's so much little stuff that I'm having a book that show people it's okay to know when people time people to go. It could be somebody you've been working with for 10 years. That's bomb. But at the end of the day, it's time for them to go. Like, you know what I mean? And there might be a person in the shop right now who doesn't like to be around people. Could be the quietest thing, don't talk to nobody, antisocial, but do little bitty stuff here and there. That can be causing a problem with other people that nobody else see, but you see it. Right. So when that person like, you know what, I think it's time to go, you're like, yes. You're like, fine. Everybody else think like, oh my God, Shamika's leaving from sales, and you're like, hell yes, she's out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever, but I'll get tell her. At the end of the day, being a boss is great to know when people time is up with you. Yeah. Don't try to keep everybody with you. I don't care how everybody that's good, let me be with you. Because some people, they might think that they so good that oh man, I ain't gotta. You just go ahead and keep moving. Just keep it pushing. Keep pushing. And I'm gonna hire somebody else, and I'm gonna charge them. Even if I charge them $25 more than I'm charging you a week, that's extra $100. Now they paying my cell phone bill, so now I don't got to deal with your crap. I'm getting a free cell phone bill paid for, and everything is better around here. Exactly. So really quick, also, obviously social media right now kind of plays a big role in the industry. Yeah. How do you feel it's kind of affected it? Do you feel like it's positive, negative? Put it like this. On social media, right now I get on social media, I post all day long. That is my business. I do all that for work. I think people get on social media and they look around and they see who got the bags, where people stand, and then they don't know that these things are, people only post the good part of their lives, and when they get off social media, they don't realize that that's not how people are really living. So people look at that and they feel like they're failing in life. Don't look at other people's social medias. Don't portray an image that's not really you and trying to keep up with it. Right. Every day, wake up and be a little bit better than where you were yesterday, and that right there is gonna take you where you need to go. Right. Not looking at nobody else's success. Because people at home right now that we see, they have depression. They don't really live these lives. And then when they have a breakup or when their business closes, something happens, like, oh oh. When they tell their story 20 years from now,
you'd be like, oh, I didn't know all that was happening.
Tamar is very open. I thought Tamar lived in mansions, had hair salons in her business. She was on top of the world on private jets with Vince and that. Right now, she says she hated life. Life really wasn't what it was. They was losing their houses. They was going. You know what I mean? So I'm just using her for example because she just been vocal about it. You know, just look at that. Yeah. For an example, you don't know what people are really going on behind closed doors. Just focus on your own solo journey until you get to your destination.
I love that. Focus on you. Stay on you. Everybody got their own path.
Man.
Boom. I love that. And also going back, because I know we were talking about businesses, opening things up. Obviously, when you first get a building, that's a big bill. So how important is credit?
Oh, right now. All right, put it like this. Run your credit report today. Right now, with the COVID going on, all of the 3 major bureaus right now are giving free credit reports just to see what's on your credit, just to protect the consumer. So go on TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, get your free credit report. See what's on there. Start calling, start sending letters. Fix your credit. Instead of today, you want to go buy some shoes. Okay, the shoes might be $100, it might be $500. Whatever shoes is, take half of that, and then whatever you have left, go buy a pair of shoes with that amount. The other amount, take that money and go spend on your credit. So what I like to do is I'm gonna go out to eat tonight. All right, cool. I would have spent $200 on dinner tonight. I'm gonna spend $100. That $100 need to go to a bill. You know, it's very important to have good credit. Credit is king. People say cash. No, if you have great credit, so you don't realize you can have $1 million in the bank with bad credit. You're gonna be paying 20, 30, 40%. Your rates. When you have great credit, you have hardly any rates, and that's where you save your money at. You know, you can get something for $20,000, and then when you get done with it, you can pay $200,000 for it. Versus you get from $20,000, you only pay $25,000 for it. Right. You know, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
End of the day, look, put it like this: if your credit ain't good, get off social media, fix your credit, pay your bills, call your creditors, see if they can do forgiveness, get those late payments off, research, just Google. And just read everything. Try all the methods to something work. You know, call a credit specialist. You can do it yourself. Just calling and writing letters and just asking for settlements. Settle it, but before you get it taken off your credit, say, "Hey, I want to make a payment, but I want it to be removed with this payment." Right. Don't pay it and it stays, because then you still look bad on paper. Right. When they're out the blue. Boom. But yeah, credit is everything. With your money, hey, stop shopping. Stop looking like you got it. Look. I'd rather be rich than look rich.
You just dropping whole mantras up in here. Yeah, I'd rather be rich than look rich.
Hey, people look at me all day like, "Oh, you got it. You got your little shoes." Yeah, I got my little Burberry's on tag. Yeah, little Burberry. Yeah, it was what, $200 on sale, $100 something. Like, I went to Burberry store. It was like $200-$300. Okay, yeah, can I get those real quick? Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? People look, "Oh, you got that." Like, no. My car knows the cheapest bill I got. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people like, I work hard to get to that level, you know? Right. So stop trying to look rich and really have the money, you know? When I buy things or when I get things, it's because at this point I thought I deserved it. It was a gift, you know? So at the end of the day, you just want to make sure that you are not just looking rich, but you're actually saving. Right. Don't worry about how much. Yeah, your bag got to be right, but your credit got to be right too. Because if you can have money right now, you have $100,000 in the bank right now to go buy a house. If you ain't got good credit, they're not even gonna look at you.
Which is true.
Because you can't manage that $100,000. You can't manage that $5. You can't manage. You have $1 million in the bank with bad credit. Nobody's gonna give you any type of anything, right? Because you can't manage that money. Once you start spending that money's gonna be gone. Right. Think about something like that. You look better on paper with better credit. Yes. You have an 800 credit score with 10,000 in the bank. It's better than having 100,000 in the bank with
600.
With come on, man. Yeah. Let me stop. But you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, for real. Like, people like, on quarantine, I worked on my credit. My credit went down to like, I'm real honest. Like, my credit went down to like 720 or 715. Like, I was just doing dumb stuff, opening stuff, just trying. Like, I was bored at the house, just whatever. I've been working on it now. I'm back to like 815, 820, you know? But it took me 8 months to get my score back to 800, you know what I mean? Right. But, I mean, I'm a different league. Like, I really take, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
take it serious.
Yeah,
but that's how you get to the boss level, so listen to him.
But even if you do have, like, you know, just whatever. I just want to touch on that. Like, people need to really focus on, like, their credit and then just not trying to look rich, because it's easy to get it back. Anybody can get a bag. Anybody can get a car. These days, you get anything you want. We can have anybody get a house, anything like that. But all these things can be taken away from you. Mm-hmm. And you need the security of having a good credit score or the money in the bank that you save. Times like this. Yeah, I could have went out every day. I go shopping all the time. I do a lot of stuff. Like, I don't like really saying stuff. That's like, I hate people like be talking about stuff. It's like bragging. But like, you know what I mean? I do a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And then when quarantine went down, I still had the financial money to go to the bank and get it. Now, had I be walking around here, what's up everybody, and new kicks and out of town and driving nice cars, and then everything happened, it's like, oh, then we get our lights turned off and bills happen. It's like, what? You've been using all the money to, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think people need to realize it's okay to have nice things, and it's okay to be popular, and it's okay to follow trends, but it's more beneficial to make sure your securities in all your areas are still there as well.
Mm-hmm. Gotta have that safety net.
Got security. Mm-hmm. I am my security. Anything happen, I got me. I don't need no relationship. Of course, I need employees. Like, who don't need employees? I never said I need my employees. I got everybody. Yeah, keep coming to work. Yes. Yeah, of course, I need the people that's working.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if anything was to happen, I got me. If somebody was to go pack their stuff right now, I'm out of here. RVM. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I got their money that they would have gave me for the next 2 years already saved. And I'm going to have somebody else on the way to take their spot.
Right.
I'll pay somebody to take somebody's spot.
You heard it here first.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody leave right now, I'm going to give somebody $2,000-$3,000 to take their spot, because the money they're going to bring me going to be more than the $2,000 I spent. Cha-ching.
Investments.
I'm just kidding. No, I was kidding.
So with that, though, I appreciate you dropping all the nuggets of wisdom for everybody.
That's going to be some real nuggets. Like I said, when the book come out, everything, it's going to be like,
we're going to touch on that.
Oh, man, it's going to be like documented. You're going to be able to buy my book and be like, I can do a whole business.
Yes,
like,
we're going to be motivated.
Oh, man, motivation. You're going to open the Kelly Roller, going to start playing. Whatever. No, I'm scared. All
right, so this next part, though, is going to be more personal questions.
Oh, let's go.
We want to get to really know him.
Yeah. Any other business you got real quick before I get the personal? Because once I turn the business off and I get the personal, so anything other business-wise you really want to know? Anything you want to know business-wise? Any questions you got?
Some of them will kind of be business-related, but it's kind of still personal.
Let's go. Let's turn it up.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. So really quick, first of all, we're going to just hit you down. Are you single?
Yeah.
Oh, he hit like... he said...
No, okay, no. Okay,
how should I answer this question?
Actually again.
Okay, we're going to try. And take 2. Are you single?
Yeah, so I'm single. Put it like this. I'm a very private person.
Okay.
Like, I flirt with everybody. I'm very cordial. Like, I'll be like, oh, you look good. You look not. Like, everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care I don't care what you look like, how tall you is, how big you is, how much money you got. I give everybody a compliment. I'm a very flirtatious person.
Right.
But I don't really talk to everybody like that. I'm very private. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when it comes to, like, dating, like, my list is very, like, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this. The list is, like,
it's
bomb.
Boss to match the box.
You know? Like, you could be at my house, kicking it, Netflix, and we go to dinner, we go to chill, but you not the one for me. You passing time for me. So it could be somebody watching this right now, like, oh man, he's single. Like, yeah, I'm single. I'm not single. Like, when I get married, you're gonna know.
Right.
You're gonna see that. You're gonna see them matching G-Wagons. You're gonna see them trips. You're gonna see them rings.
Okay.
You're gonna see that, like, you know what I mean? You're gonna see me like, you know, the police gonna be at my house like, oh man, we heard you guys, one of the cars got stolen. And I'm like, yeah, somebody stole the car. And then the new G-Wagon gonna pull up. I'm like, nah, just playing, it was a game. You know, we got that car for that birthday. I'm that type. It's gonna be like a movie. You feel me? So when I get married, you ain't gotta ask me no questions. You gonna know.
We gonna know.
You gonna know.
Okay.
It's gonna be lit.
Okay, with that,
no, I'm saying right now, but I mean, like, you know, if you got that bag, you know, you dribble, you know, you gotta, you know,
you can do a couple shots,
little shots, you know, a starter, not
still shooting a shot every now and then.
You know, they be in my DM. They be in my DM. No, they be in the DM.
You gotta have a second stream.
Nah. They be in the DM. Everybody be in the DM. You know, but it's like cool because I said, like, I give good energy.
Right.
I work hard. Like, I got my life together. You know, businesses on point, crib on point. Credit 800 plus. You'll find that at 2020.
Right.
Legally.
But do you feel like, because I mean, before all this, the interview started, his phone was constantly ringing off the hook, a million text messages, everything. He running 4 businesses. Do you feel like you have the personal time for relationships?
I feel like if somebody stepped to me that I think is worth the time, I can make the time I want. If I want to go home right now, I can leave. You know what I'm saying? I create my businesses and everything to work with me, for me. And I do the same for my business, you know?
Right.
But if somebody was able to approach me that was worth the time, we hopping on planes. Meet me at the airport. We out of here. Like, it's nothing. I dropped the whole bag. Like, you know what I mean? Because I was raised with I came from my grandparents and grandma. Right. And my grandpa took care of my grandma. And he dropped the bag. So I feel like if somebody was here dropping the bag on, but you got to drop the bag on me too.
Right.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
It got to work hand in hand.
It's a give and take.
It just give and take.
Yeah.
I like nice stuff. You walk in my closet. Like,
Y'all see the chain?
Like, I walked in my closet the other day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had a friend came over to my closet. They like, bro.
Yeah.
You look like you got more stuff than the store up in here. I'm like, I went to the Gucci store the other day, and I'm like, I got more. All the Gucci I got in my closet looks better than what y'all got on the floor right now.
Yeah.
So with that said, if you gotta make sure I gotta feel the love.
Okay.
With gifts too.
Right. You a gift receiver.
I'm a gift receiver and I'm a gift giver.
Okay. But gifts is the love language.
But that's your question. I'm single for now.
Okay.
But I can choose. I can get married tomorrow though. I got like 5 people right now that give me a ring tonight that want to marry me.
Okay.
Like marry me, not date. Date is a different number.
Okay.
Marry.
So do you see? Well, I mean, you guys, do you see yourself getting married in the next 5 years?
It gotta be a check.
Okay.
It gotta be a check, and it gotta have a good energy.
Okay.
If you ain't got check, okay, now put it like this: if I meet somebody and they don't got the check, they vibe. And we gotta be like, I can't live without you.
Right.
But you gotta have some type of hustle in you.
Okay.
You gotta know how to fix cell phones. Cause I'm gonna go buy you a cell phone store in your ass. And you're gonna be fixing cell phone screens every day.
Right.
We're gonna be fixing 20 cell phone screens. You know what I mean?
Right,
you gotta know how to do something.
So what's something on your bucket list? Because I know you probably did a million things, traveled a million places, but what's something you have not done that you want to do?
One thing that I want to do that's on my bucket list I've not done, I just really want to just buy like a big apartment building. Like, I just want to just buy like a big apartment building and just be somebody's landlord. Like, landlord for real. Like, like, where my rent at? Like, my house rent. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, but like, my bucket list will be, that's one, like, okay, business-wise, my bucket list is to buy, I just want to get like a big apartment complex. Like, I feel like once you get like a big apartment, like, not like a 1, 2, 3 unit.
Right.
Like, I'm talking like
50
Yeah,
units,
like, I'm talking like, I feel like once you get to that level, like, there is no way you're ever going to be like broke or not. Like, you know what I mean? Because people right now, people are millionaires. Like, not like that. Like, everybody we see every day, like, we can easily go back to nothing if the like, you know what I mean? But once you hit like that, you good. So that's my bucket list. And number 2 on my bucket list, I think I just want to be able to just take some time to just like really just chill. Like, turn my phone off. Like, go to the airport, go roll out. Go to Hawaii. All right, Hawaii boring. Let's go to Jamaica. Jamaica boring. Okay, let's go to Dubai. All right, we have fun in Dubai. Now we gonna go to Vegas. You know, Vegas is boring. Let's go to San Diego. Hey, do the San Diego airport take us back to London? Like, you know, I want to be able to. I mean, you know what? I take that back. I want a boss on my bucket list to allow me to do anything I need to do. Because I can do it by myself. But I think the bucket list is to have somebody do it for you.
Yeah, a partnership.
Why spend mine when I can spend yours?
You heard it here first, y'all. Why spend mine when I can spend yours? That's gonna be the slogan right there. Yeah. And this is a little bit of a little deeper question, but kind of morbid at the same time. But if you were to die, right, and you were able to come back, would you rather relive your life or live a whole entirely new one?
Could I pick the life I live?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a given. Anybody would. If I come back, I'll be like, let's see, who's somebody chill? Like, all right, if I could die, no, I wouldn't come back myself. Who would come back to themselves? Like, no, that's crazy.
Right?
I would come back
like, come back as?
Yeah, like, I mean,
like Drake, like.
No, I feel like no, not like I wouldn't. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't come back as like a known person.
Okay.
I would come back as like a Hilton, like an heiress to the Hiltons that like nobody really know.
Low
that
key,
really got it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like on, like one of LeBron kids that don't got to play sports, like, you know, just chilling. Like, nah, LeBron's my dad. I just chill. Like, what do you mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like somebody like an Oprah's son or something that she's been hiding from the world, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll come back like that, like just out here having a good life, balling, chilling. What you do? Oh, don't tell nobody. Oprah's my mom, and then you know. Like, I'm not coming back to work. If I come back, y'all want to come back and be dealing with people? No. If I come back, I'm chilling. Like, I'll be out here living. Like,
living your best life.
Bruh. You gonna come back to go to work? You're crazy.
I gotta know what your thoughts are. You know what I'm saying?
Sign me up for Bill Gates' nephew, the one he adopted that he don't want nobody to know. Come on.
Maybe it is you. We don't know.
Come on. I don't wear jobs. I have a job. Hey.
Oh, I like that. So, also, I know earlier you touched on it that you tried other projects and stuff. Yeah. If you weren't to have gone into hair, what do you think you would have done? Or what would you do?
It'd be so. Okay, so a lot of people don't know this. So when I was in high school, I did like a lot of acting. Like I wrote like a lot of plays and theater arts. So I was like, bomb. I got scholarships to go to like 20-something colleges for like screenwriting plays and stuff. So I was bomb. Like my parents, like my grandparents, everybody was like mad at me because I was like, I don't want to go to college. Like you know what I mean? And so I think I'd be like bigger than Tyler Perry right now because I be watching like movies and I'm like the way I used to write, like I write like Shakespeare meets like Set It Off and like Boys in the Hood, like you know like real like the movies back in the day that like really had like plots and like that, like you know. So I felt like nothing against Tyler Perry like that, but I feel like I'd have been like bigger than like a Tyler Perry at this point because I would have really like been right like a John Singleton or like a Spike, like you know what I mean? Yeah. So if I can do anything, I probably thought I'd probably be doing theater arts or like open a clothes store before. Okay. Spend like 30 racks on a clothing store. Yeah. I had it open for like a month. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you early 30s, like you said, so you still probably can hit that film side. And next, 10 years from now, we watching his movies.
I mean, I'll be watching my movies coming DVD. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's gonna be box office, top sales. We gotta manifest.
What's OnlyFans? I just play.
Hey, he said he wanted to get to the bag, so that's the way you gonna get it. Right. Shoot, I don't knock the hustle. You know what I'm saying? And this is gonna be kind of a random question. Okay. What's under your bed?
Under my bed? I don't have nothing under my bed, but I got a room with a lot of toys, and in my closet, that's on the side of my main closet, I got a little blue box. And that blue box got some stuff in it. Under my bed, the cleaning ladies come, and I don't want to be looking crazy when they come to my house. Get you a cleaning lady. Y'all need to. Nothing under my bed but floor.
It's all in the closet, and it's hiding all.
But
he got a stash.
Hey, we got whatever they need. Whatever you need out there, we got it.
You heard it here, y'all. Cuff him up. Hey. Cuff him up. Yes. Okay, so this is going to be the last one. I kind of overheard you earlier. If you're willing to talk about it. Well, Prince is supposed to be coming up in the shop. Or you got to touch on that because...
Oh, yeah, I really don't know yet. So we don't know yet. I don't know how that's going. I don't know. They ain't signed up paper yet. Yeah, but... Yeah, they just doing like a little documentary on him right now. So, you know.
So they're going to use your shop?
Everybody calls want to use your shop, but you got to have the money. Yeah. Like, people always want to use my shop. They're like, oh, can we use... I want to do a class. Like, people on Instagram... Oh, I want to do a class. I have a following. Can I? No, girl, you gotta pay. Like people stop fronting on Instagram out there, guys. Like, come on. Yes, I know who really got the bag. When they call me, I can tell by the
demeanor and.
Oh, hey, I was just wondering. No, you wasn't wondering. Hey, I need to get a class. How much it costs?
Yeah.
You know.
Straight to the point. Straightforward. I like that. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You killed it with these questions.
Yo, it's your boy RVM at Hair Queen LA. We came, dropped some gems, laid some knowledge. Check this out. Stop playing out here, man. Stop playing with us. We on Wilshire. You know where to find us. Yo, every freeway get to Wilshire. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it is. Please.
Thank you so much for watching Hair Queen TV. You heard it first. We had Rashard from RVM in the building. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel so you can see more content like this right when it drops. Let's go.